What's going on? It's Coach Woodward, football season's over, so we're about to smoke some ribs in indirect heat. And what we got here is Ford is just really wanting some ribs, so we're going to just use a method that I like to use. It's with my Weber grill, and we're going to smoke them, but it's in the indirect heat, so it's actually not going to take as long. And I'm getting the coals ready to go. As soon as those come over white, I'm going to put some hickory chips on there, some Kings from the hickory chips, and we're going to cook these ribs over the 2 pans of water tonight. Since it's only just one rack of ribs, probably going to pull them off at like an hour and a half. So it's just a way to quickly smoke stuff. It's not going to be as tender as something that's been smoking for hours upon a time, but they're going to be really good. I'm using Southern Soul Dust. It's local. I think it's in the state of Georgia, so pretty cool. And I'm also going to use some of this mopping sauce to baste them, probably every 20 minutes or so. But stay tuned. It's our first cooking recipe on the Coach Woodward channel. So if you like these videos, please don't hesitate to subscribe and click like. But stay tuned. We're going to have some really tender ribs coming. All right, I also forgot one step. I did put just it's not a really great binder, but I actually coat these ribs in some liquid smoke first before I put the Southern Dust Soul on. And I'm going to soak some wood chips on here just for a little while and get those soaking in water. I'll put those on the hot coals in just a second. But here's my ribs. All right, and go ahead and I put just a little bit. Like I said, this is not a total smoke. This is just a, indirect heat. I put a little bit of the hickory on there, and then I'm about to throw these ribs on there, and then end up closing the top of the Weber grill, and so I'll get a nice smoke on there, and they'll cook pretty quick because they're just one little rack cut in half, and it's gonna be good. But this is a good thing to do on the afternoon where you don't have like 4 and 5 hours to smoke something. You can just do it in about an hour and a half, especially since it's one rack. So stay tuned. All right, as you can see now, we got a pretty good smoke going. All right, I got the ribs on this side of the vent, so that the smoke has to come out on this side where the ribs are. So it's going through the ribs here, and we're just going to smoke this in indirect heat for about an hour. And then, we'll probably cut off on the smoke for a little while and just see how long it takes them. Like I said, only doing 2 half racks of baby backs right now, so it shouldn't take too long. All right, ribs have been on about an hour. They're starting to look pretty good. It's kind of dark out here. You can't really see. Get out of the light here, but the bone's starting to show through a little bit, and that's how they're starting to get close to being done. As you can see down here, bone's starting to show through a little bit. All right, so now's the time I like to just put this mopping sauce on them. At the first hour of them cooking in indirect heat, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of this I think it's called Braswell's mopping sauce. It comes at Publix in like the local section. Some Georgia boys made this sauce. It's really good. It's going to baste it. It's a little barbecue, old smokehouse mopping sauce is what it's called. But going to do this for the next, next probably 30, 45 minutes. Just baste it with a brush. And if you don't have this, you can use some just regular, your kids' apple juice. Apple juice, that'll work for it as well. Stay tuned. All right, we're getting close. I mean, these ribs have been in here for, I moved them over because it's a school night and we got to get to eating. But I moved them over the coals now. They smoked for an hour with some hickory chips, and now they're in kind of direct heat with the bone side down. As you can see, some of the bones are starting to show. You might be able to see it from the other side. Some of the bones, that's a telltale sign how they're about done. But I'm gonna finish this thing up locally now with something else local, Johnny Harrison's barbecue sauce. And so we've used, watch out, sissy. You don't get too close to the grill. Now we've used, the mopping sauce that's from Statesboro. The other rub that's from the state of Georgia. And here's Johnny Harrison's barbecue sauce we're going with from the city of Savannah. So all the seasonings we're using today are from the state of Georgia. All right, we're just gonna put some right in the middle of the rack of ribs and go right down the middle of the rack, and then brush it on. Come back with a brush and brush it on. That's the plan, rather. It's kind of the finishing touch. You don't want to do this until they're almost done. They're almost done, and we'll brush that with a little brush that we got, and then we'll be pulling these puppies off in just a short time. Hopefully, my family likes them. Hopefully, if you're doing it at home, hopefully you're gonna like them. But you can't really mess up too much unless you burn them. You can't really mess up baby back ribs. They're really, really good. There's different ways of doing them. This is just one way that I prefer to do them to get that smoked taste. Get that smoked taste in a short amount of time. And then we're gonna coat this Johnny Harrison's all Georgia Daddy? Seasonings tonight. There's old Sissy over there and Murphy. Almost done here with these ribs, so stay tuned. All right, here's the end result. As you can see, the bone showing through at the bottom. We kept the bone side down the whole time. Little Johnny Harrison, just Johnny Harris sauce there, rather. Just caramelized on the top, and I doused it again with some more barbecue sauce. But we're getting ready to cut these babies. Ford's starving. It's kind of getting late on a school night, and we're gonna check them out and see how it goes. I can get Ford to hold the camera, and we're gonna cut them real quick with a sharp knife.
I'm not used to one that's right
Came
here.
right off the grill.
Why can't you use this thing? Oh, I can't
It's a
use
sharp
this thing. I can use this.
Look at those babies. Ooh-wee. I have enough for Ford's plate. Keep my cameraman steady over here. And we had to, like I said, we're on a school night, so we had to do it pretty quick. So we kind of charred the bottom, but that's okay. The bottom part's not, the skin side's not the side you eat. But anyway, can't do this. They're too hot to cut right now, but as you can see, very tender. Pretty good to eat on a school night, especially if you want that smoke flavor in under 2 hours. All right. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe these videos.
Peace.
All right, here's the end result. As you can see,
You already said the video was
very juicy.
You already said the video was done.
Just had to show them the juice, man.